Hey everybody, Mark Klim here with Realty One Group Coastal. Hope you're doing well. I may have to switch cameras here because this one is acting up a little bit. Let me bring this other one on and go solo on that. All right, let's try this again.
There you go.
Hey everybody, Mark Klim with Realty One Group Coastal. Hope you're doing well. We are here, and we're going to talk about the Nexton community today. Just a couple of things. We encourage engagement. So if you have any questions, we would love to see those in the comment section here. Of course, Facebook has some different security profiles, and if you'd like your picture as well as your name to show up when we display that comment or that question, just click the link in the comment there. That will allow Facebook to do that. And let's go ahead and bring on Mr. Bo. And let me hide a couple things here. All right, here we go. Solo off. All right, there he is.
All right.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks so much for joining us today to talk a little bit about Nexton. So we talked a little bit yesterday about Woodwinds and Cane Bay, and we want to give those prospective buyers out there a good idea of what's going on in Nexton. So if you don't mind, let's start off with telling us a little bit about yourself, who you actually work for, and then maybe just kind of go over location on where Nexton is.
Yeah. So my name's Bo Taylor. I'm the community representative and a broker outreach coordinator here at Nexton. I've been here for just a little over 2 years. Spent probably 20 plus years in the fitness industry, and decided to kind of change gears and do something a little different. Real estate is booming in the Charleston area. Nexton is located in Summerville, just about, I would say about 20 minutes from Charleston, 30 to 35 minutes away from the coast, from the beach, and really just a kind of a great location. It's, the Mount Pleasant and Charleston areas have grown so much, and, this is just a great area that you can get twice the house for half the price and still be, fairly centrally located.
That's awesome. And, with everything going on with COVID-19 and all of that, selling houses is a little bit different now, right? So what are you guys doing over there at Nexton? Maybe a little bit different than what we were doing 3 months ago or so.
Yeah, it's been really interesting. I think we have been doing a lot of the things that we're doing now prior to this. Now it's the focus has just changed quite a bit, obviously. Obviously, people aren't able to come into the greeting house where we kind of provide information on the community as a whole, and then kind of funnel people to the builders. Now we're doing a lot of the virtual tours, taking phone calls, doing Zoom calls, Skype, any of that sort of stuff. And then again, kind of doing a lot more of really, not that we didn't do this before, but even more so, kind of really prospecting people and figuring out what exactly they want, what they're looking for, what their price point is. That way we can get them to, like, if we really know that they're set for 3 builders, and not sending them to all 9.
Yeah.
And that way that, you're not sending them on a wild goose chase to just get a little bit of information, and that it's a lot more focused.
That's awesome. And so there's a total of 9 different builders.
Yep.
You want to mention a couple of those just to kind of.
Yeah. So we've got Brighton Park Village, which has 6 builders. We've got Saucy Burbank, Pulte, David Weekley, Homes by Dickerson, Ashton Woods, and New Leaf. Then we have a Del Webb community that's a 55 and over community. And then in North Creek, we've got True Homes and Syntax.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Great builders there. I think people have lots of options and everything.
And Newland, who is, who has developed this area, they did a really good job of going after some quality builders. Not to, tons of communities in the areas and different price points and that sort of thing. So I think they've done a good job of getting a mixture of quality builders that can do, we have Homes by Dickerson who does custom homes. You've got Syntax and North Creek that are, some more affordable builds, and then, just everything in between. So
awesome. I'm gonna, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna show a little video while we're talking,
Sure.
just to give people a perspective of kind of maybe where it is, and we can kind of show some of the neighborhood off, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's see if I can get rid of the music there. All right, it might play a little bit in the background there. But yeah, so we got some drone footage. We got the greenhouse there. Tell them about some of the amenities that you have there.
Yeah, so in Brighton Park, you've got, of course, a pool with a pavilion. You've got all the great common areas with parks and trails. Brighton Park has its own lifestyle director, so Chelsea does events for kids and adults. And then also in Del Webb, you've got all those same features and also a lifestyle director there as well. And of course, they take care of your yard and all that kind of fun stuff. So
awesome. Let me get rid of that so we can kind of see here. There we go. And then, so as far as like move-in availability, I know there's quite a few different builders, like you said. A lot of quick move-ins right now, right?
I would say we're probably, anywhere between 25 and 30 move-in ready homes. And which has really been great, because even with everything that's going on, we're still getting folks, whether it be military orders or job relocation or whatever the case may be, people are still moving. So that's not slowing people down. And we definitely have, times when really people, we've had people that live in California that have to move. And with the way things are going on, they're basically doing things. I mean, it's all been virtual, and we're still selling homes. So like I've told a lot of the realtors that, and I think realtors are telling everybody, business hasn't stopped. We're still open, and we'll make it happen any way we can. So
awesome. What about the schools? I know a lot of people are concerned about schools. What kind of schools do Nexton go to? Is it split up or?
Yeah, so we do have excellent schools in Berkeley County. So elementary school, Nexton, if you live in Brighton Park, you would go to Nexton Elementary, which is right in the neighborhood. The North Creek area, they would go to Cane Bay Elementary. The middle school, they would either go to Cane Bay Middle or Sangria Middle.
Okay.
Just depending. I know there's been some changes with that, but predominantly, I think most of them right now, certainly in Brighton Park, would go to Cane Bay Middle, and then of course they all go to Cane Bay High School. And as you know, there's been a lot of kind of back and forth about some of that changing. Right. And I think one thing to point out, and that people tend not to realize, they reevaluate this every year. So it's the fact that it doesn't change doesn't mean that they don't look at it to see if it needs to be changed. So I think when it doesn't change, people they forget about it, that it's a thing. So also too, some of the schools that are getting close to being capped, people think, oh, well, they just need to immediately build another school. Also too, remember, people do leave. Mm-hmm. So, as many people as we are having coming to the area, fortunately and unfortunately, people do have to leave the area. So there is that ebb and flow to that population number as well.
Yeah, good call. Now, Nexton, we were talking right before the call. Nexton is really only about a third of the way developed right now. You were saying,
yeah.
Right? So what's to come in Nexton?
So what's next to come is we have a new community called Midtown. Probably will come out sometime later this year. Basically, just I don't hate to say another Brighton Park, mm-hmm. but it'll predominantly, the programming for that will be the same builders. I'm sure we'll probably, as time goes on, we'll add some more builders. But the same builders that we have in Brighton Park, about the same price point. Of course, the world could change, and as we see that it can, and but in that same $250,000 to $500,000 range.
Okay. And for people that don't know, Midtown is going to be off of, like, a lot of people only know Nexton Parkway and right. 17A, right? So right. Midtown is going to be more on the Nexton Parkway side, closer to Del Webb. Is that right?
Yeah. It's as you're going down the Parkway, it'll be on the right-hand side. And and it's funny because as we're finishing out developing Brighton Park Village, the phase 6 of that area that is really kind of is starting to build out now. A lot of folks thought that was Midtown, but you got to drive down a little bit further and you can see the clearing, and it's really starting to come together now. So
awesome. Okay. And some people, I don't know, I think you had a question about this yesterday on your live stream, maybe lot sizes. A lot of people think there's only really tiny lots, but there's a good variety, right?
Yeah, I would say between 0.2 and 0.4 acres is, and of course that would depend on the size home that you go for. Obviously they're not going to put a 300 or a 3,000 square foot home on a 0.2 lot and vice versa. So, and that's not to say that years down the road that we don't have areas that may have some larger lots, but as of right now, it's still going to stay in that 0.2 to 0.4 range.
Okay, awesome. We did have one comment come in from the Bessett group at Realty One Group, and they were asking what builders are going to be at Midtown. I think you mentioned for now they're going to be with the same as Brighton Park.
It'll be those same 6 builders that are in Brighton Park.
Okay, awesome. Build time obviously varies with different builders, and they should kind of check which builder they really want to go out to see how long that might be, right? Yeah,
I always say, the big range is 6 to 12 months, but I would say 8 months is kind of the sweet spot.
Okay.
It just depending on, weather, and of course, like with everything, COVID and everything else going on, you never can tell. But although with everything going on, the builds are still cranking out. So that really hasn't slowed down too much.
Okay, awesome. Now I know you got a couple of events coming up, and you just had a really big milestone too, right? So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we just sold our 1,000th home, which is pretty exciting. So we're doing a big thank you to the realtors for the month of May. We're going to have an event on Friday at 4 on a Zoom call, and basically the big thing is, so we've been doing it in April as kind of the April showers, that every realtor that sells a new home, signs a new home contract in April, they get $1,000 gift card at closing.
Okay.
So in May, we're going to do, it's a big thanks. It's a thank you for all that the realtors do, kind of the same deal. So if you sign a new contract in the month of May, you'll get a $1,000 gift card at closing.
That's awesome. And they can buy their client a really nice gift with that.
Exactly. There
you go. Awesome. And then we have a community event coming up. Right?
So 10 a.m. on Saturday, we're actually doing a Facebook Live with a drone tour. So they're going to tour 7 homes, and then I'm sure do some drone of the whole area as well. Awesome.
Nexton Square obviously is a big part of Nexton.
Yeah.
Lots of shopping, lots of great. I'm excited that we're going to have an office there pretty soon. So hopefully another month or so you'll see us more often over there.
Absolutely.
But is there any big announcements you can make about Nexton Square or other shopping?
Yeah, nothing new yet.
Okay.
We've got we've got Halls, Taco Boy, Baked. There's just a number of different stores that are in there. I know Tweedle Beetle, that's kind of a baby infant store. So dentists and orthodontists, those sorts of things. Pugin's Porch is fast and furious getting built.
I saw that.
Page's Ochre Grill has been doing their food truck in where their location is going to be. So they're there pretty much all the time now. Still don't have a timeline on them. And then Vicious Biscuit is still planning to be in Nexton Square. Sportsbook. There's just Fuji Sushi. So a number of different restaurants that'll be in there, which is not great for our waistline, but it is really nice to have a place to go eat, not have to go out and about, for lunches and stuff like that. So and certainly, Refuel, that's right here, not technically Nexton Square.
Yeah.
The Refuel gas station is getting closer and closer to being done, and that's going to be a really interesting it's so weird to say interesting gas station, but it's just going to be really well done. They're going to plan to do events and all kinds of things. So it'll be nice to have something like that that's really close to Brighton Park, that people can kind of, if they're not right at a grocery store, that they can run over and pick up something or grab something to eat from there. So
yeah. I know at one point somebody's asking about Harris Teeter. Is that still going on, or that's kind of on hold? Or
yeah, they still own the land. So it's kind of one of those situations where, just like if somebody lived next door or somebody had property next door to you and they haven't built their home yet. So especially with everything going on now, I can only imagine that's kind of been put on hold. The good thing and Harris Teeter kind of has a reputation of owning a lot of properties in the Charleston area that they haven't built on.
Right.
I think the good thing with us being with Newland is, Newland is out there, beating the bushes and making sure that we're doing everything that we can to have what we have here.
Yep.
So I think that's something that they are looking into to, maybe push things along to either hopefully Harris Teeter will get going, or maybe possibly another store. So
gotcha.
Who knows?
The Bessett Group commented again. DAlles Pizza is hands down the best pizza in Summerville.
Yeah,
so I have to give props to them.
Just had that this week for the first time, and it is really good.
Yeah. And then they got the donut shop there too. So it's good. There's a lot of walking trails, so we can walk this stuff up.
Exactly.
Awesome. Anything else you want to mention about Nexton before we go? I really appreciate your time today.
No, it's been awesome. Actually, the biggest thing, we are actually going to start taking appointments starting tomorrow.
Oh, good.
So realtors, please, if you have clients that are looking, just make sure you make an appointment, and we'll make sure to be here and take care of you. And obviously with prospects and everything, you can just go to nexton.com and fill out the appointment, and we'll be here.
Awesome. Well, Bo, thanks again, man. I hope we can do this again sometime when maybe you have some more updates. We can kind of jump on together again.
Yeah.
But otherwise, everybody, we thank you so much for joining, and I hope everybody has an awesome day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks so much. Bye.